everyone, welcome back. This is Thursday's level 4 class today. My name is Tahir Juliawala. I'm a senior neurological physiotherapist working from PhysioFunction. This is our clinic. I hope you have all been doing well with these exercises and these classes, and you find it quite interesting. So it's a hot weather today, so make sure before we start the class today, you have got a glass of water or a bottle of water nearby you, so you can keep yourself hydrated whilst we do these exercises. I'm going to start the timer now, and we're going to start with some warm-up, okay? So again, as usual, level 4 class is for people who can walk with a quad stick or a pole, and who can walk with on even surfaces in the house as well as outside the house. So if you can do those things, then you are in the right class. And also remember that whilst doing these exercises, you should be able to do them without holding anything, any support. So if you are able to do that, then this is a right class for you. Otherwise, you can either, if you can do more than this, then you can look into the level 5 exercise class, which is on Fridays, or the Thursday, Wednesday or Tuesday classes, which is level 2 and level 3. So you can maybe explore those, okay? So let's do some marching on the spot. If you can move your arm, that'll be great. Brilliant. You have been really good with commenting down about how you've been doing the exercises, but please keep doing that. Make sure you still comment or still let us know, give us some feedback. Now we're going to do some twists. Brilliant. So we're going to lift a leg up and twist on that leg just to warm up. Great. Brilliant. Okay, so still keep giving us feedback, guys. We really appreciate that. It helps us build the exercise plan. Also, it tells us how you guys are managing these classes at home. Brilliant. Okay, now hold both your hands and lift it up as high as you can. So for some of you, you might have good range. Some of you might not have as good range. So make sure you do as much movement as you can, okay? Brilliant. Good. And now, bring the hand down. We're going to do some stepping forward and back. Good. So step forward and then step backwards, okay? So I'm going to come in the middle, step forward, and then come in the middle, step backwards. Now, I'm going to lift my hands up as I take the step, okay? So, step forward, lift your hands up. Bring it down in the middle. Step backwards, lift your hand up, okay? Let's keep doing that a few times. Brilliant. Keep going. Lovely. So I thought maybe we can give a challenge to everyone watching today, or who is doing these level 4 exercises. So today's challenge is you need to post a picture of you doing these exercises. Maybe you can get one of your family members to take a pic of you, and maybe you can post at the comment in the bottom, so we all can see how you are managing these exercises. Maybe give a good expression so we can see your reaction as well to the exercises. And please feel free to leave a comment as well, okay? So you can either post a photograph or you can post a small video, okay, of yourself doing these exercises, and it will really be appreciated. Okay, we're going to do the opposite leg. If this is your affected leg, you can do as much movement as you can. Brilliant. Stepping backwards is really good because it works on your balance as well. If you feel like you're not comfortable taking a big step backwards and you do need to hold something, make sure you have got either a chair or a pole, something like that nearby, which you can hold, okay? But please make sure you are safe when you do these exercises. Great. Brilliant. Lovely. Okay, now lift your hand up to your chest level. We're just going to move sideways. Great. Brilliant. So move from side to side. We've got a minute left to warm up ourselves. I'm sure everyone is already warmed up because of the weather. I was planning to do the exercise class outside today, but then it was just too hot for me to go outside. So yeah, I decided we will stay indoors. Okay, we're going to take a side step. Brilliant. So take a nice big step on the side, come in the middle, step outside again, okay? You can join your hands, and if you want, you can lift your hand up as you go sideways. Brilliant. So today's plan, we've got 4 3-minute circuits and we've got 4 2-minute circuits, okay? So we've got probably like 4 circuits each, that is like 5 minutes each, 4 blocks. And we're going to do quite a lot of cardio stuff. I know it's not a nice thing today on this hot weather, but it will be really good for yourself. Do some nice cardio workout, okay? Brilliant. So, you all can have a drink before we start, or just take some nice deep breaths. So the first exercise, I'm just going to pause it. The first exercise we're going to do is squats. So you squat down and then you kick forward. Squat down, kick forward. Squat down, kick forward, okay? So this is your first exercise, and if you want, you can hold on to a chair in front of you. So I'm going to start the timer now, okay? So what you do is you hold something in front of you if you want to, squat down, and then you kick forward, then you squat down, and you kick opposite leg, okay? So we do as many as you can in a minute. So squat down, kick forward. Squat down, kick forward. Brilliant. Squat down again, kick forward. Lovely. Good. Keep going. Brilliant. And if you don't have to hold anything, if your balance is good and you feel like you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can hold the squat position and then do a kick and then stand up. Hold the squat position, kick, kick, and then stand up, okay? If you want to do this and want to hold something in front of you, that's still okay, but eventually make sure you get rid of that, okay? Brilliant, fantastic. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is lunges, okay? But this is slightly different. So you take a step backwards, bring your leg inside, and then we're going to bend both the knees, okay? It's called as courtesy lunges. Good. And come up, okay? Again, if you want to hold something, please do so. We're going to start it. Great. So step backwards, down, and step backwards, down, okay? We're going to do this again for a minute. Great. So keep going. Lovely. You bend as much as you can. Now, some people did tell me last week that when you bring the leg back, some of you, especially doing the lunges, some of your heel moves around. Now, this might be due to the tightness in the calf muscles, or it could be just that leg is really too weak, okay? Or ankle is too weak, or combination of both. So it might be good for you to do some stretches for that side, okay? Of that calf muscles. I think probably in the end, we will look into some of those stretches, and maybe I can tell you. So if you're having those problems, you can work around it, okay? Keep going with your lunges. Great. I think I've not set the timer properly, so we're not getting time to catch up on exercises like the rest period. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is shoulder press. So for this, you'll need some weights. Make sure you've got weights or can of beans or whatever you've got, okay? We can make use of that. So you keep it here and lift up. If you don't have enough range in your shoulder, I'm going to start it. You can hold it in front of you and then just lift up as much as you can, okay? If you have got really good range in the shoulder muscle, you can just hold it there in both arms, some weight, and go up. If you have been doing these exercises with can of beans, I really recommend you taking a step up and maybe using a 1 kilo weight or something like that, okay? So that just shows you a bit of progression, and also it gives you, you feel better that you are lifting more weight now compared to before. That means your muscles are getting a little bit stronger. If you still struggle with that, don't worry, we can still leave it on. Maybe we just need a little bit more working on those muscles, okay? But do let us know if you make any changes that you feel you are able to do some activity which you couldn't do before, so we can at least know, and we'll also come to know how effective are these exercises for you, okay? Brilliant. So now we're going to go into the next circuit, which is for 2 minutes. We're going to do 1 minute of quick feet, and then we're going to do 1 minute of punching forward and back. Okay, so ready, steady, go. So first thing we're going to do is quick feet. So every time when after the 3 minutes, we're going to do these two exercises, okay? So you can do as quick as possible. If you want, you can hold on to a chair in front of you like that, and you can do this. Or if you want, you can hold on to a pole, and you can do this, okay? Again, all depends on how your grip is of your affected arm. If you have got good grip, you can hold it. If your balance is good, you don't really need to do this, okay? Brilliant. Good. So keep going. You've got 20 seconds left. Come on. It's a cardio exercise, so it has to be a little bit quick, okay? If you want, you can move your arms a little bit. Great. Brilliant. So just do as much as bending as you want. If you feel you're a little bit slow, maybe in one of the circuits, you can do gentle, okay? Now we're going to go into punching forward and back. Okay, lovely. So just keep punching forward and back. Now again, if you don't have enough range in your affected arm, make sure you hold it, and we can just do that, okay? Good. Or some people might have a little range, and you can just do as much as you want, okay? That nice movement in your trunk is really good and helpful. So make sure you do that. Great. Now when you do some of these exercises, some of you might want to look in front of a mirror or something. So if you have got a standing mirror, or you have got big mirror in your house somewhere, you can do these exercises in front of that. So the good thing is you can see your posture whilst you do these exercises, okay? Which actually helps a lot. And just from my experience, some of my patients feel that visual feedback really helps them to maintain their posture or improve their posture, okay? Good. Have a drink if you want to. We're going to go into the next circuit, and we've got 3 exercises for 1 minute each. And the first exercise we're going to do is standing up, feet a little bit wide, hold your hands or keep your hands in this position, and just bringing your knee into the opposite leg, okay? So a little bit of work on your core muscles. So ready, steady, go. So in and in. If you can twist, that will be fabulous. Brilliant. So keep twisting a little bit, as much as you can. Brilliant. Okay? Great. So yes, I was just saying that if you can do these exercises in front of a mirror, that's really good for your posture, and also you can see how you are doing these exercises. If you are doing any, if you're not doing any movements better, then you can always ask us and we can let you know. Or if you have got another physio around you, you can always ask them that whilst I do these exercises, I'm doing it this way, and how do I correct it, or etc. Okay? So that's it. Just bring it in, and if you can't lift your affected knee that high, that's okay. You just lift up as much as you can. Okay? Brilliant. So the next exercise we're going to do is you hold both your hands, feet a little bit wide, you touch down the floor, and then you lift up your arms. Okay? Go as high as you can. Again, really depends on your reach. So if you can't touch the floor, don't worry. Go as low as you can and try to get your arms as straight as possible, okay? We'll try to do as many as you can in 1 minute, and you can bend your knees. Good. Brilliant. Great. Keep going up and down. Fantastic. I'm really glad that you all are doing these exercises today, because I know the weather is good, and some of you might have gone for walking or something. So we always save these exercises on the page. So even if you feel like you've gone for a walk and you don't feel like doing it today, maybe you can do it tomorrow, okay? Or over the weekend. Great. Brilliant. And go up. Lovely. So the next exercise we're going to do is stepping on and off the cushion. So make sure you've got a cushion, put it on the floor. So I've got a foam pad, and I'm going to use that. So I'm just going to step up on the cushion, step ahead, step backwards, and step ahead. Now, So I'm going to start, ready, steady, go. Some of you might find difficulty stepping backwards on the cushion. Please make sure you are safe and use a walking pole or something like that, okay? So you step up, move the pole forward, step down, step up, and step down, okay? Some of you might be much quicker than this, so you don't even need the pole, you can just step on and step off, okay? If you have a very slippery floor, like a laminated floor, then make sure you use a anti-slip mat under the cushion, or do this exercise on the carpeted surface, okay? Just so that it reduces slipping of the cushion, okay? If you want, you can even have a chair next to you if you're struggling with this exercise. I hope we've been doing these exercises for probably 7-8 weeks now. I hope everyone is getting a little bit ahead and managing them okay. Brilliant. So now we've got the two exercises for 2 minutes for cardio ones. So start with quick feet. So we're going to do that again. Great. We do that for a minute, okay? And again, if you feel like you're getting really tired, you can just lift your knee up and down, okay? So you can do some marching on the spot instead of that quick feet. But if you feel you're okay, just go with this. Brilliant. And lift your knees as high as you can. Great. Brilliant. Keep going. Lovely. We've got 20 seconds left. Good. These exercises are actually good for me as well, because I get a good workout whilst I'm showing you guys. But it's not enough. I do another 2 classes on this day. So I do some in the afternoon and later in the afternoon as well. So busy day. Okay, we're going to do some punching forward and back. If you have got good, again, arm movement, you can. Another thing you can do is you can just do some punching sideways now, okay? So if you have got both arms movement are good, then you can just go do some crosses. Good. Perfect. Okay? So you can either do that or you can do this. I'll leave it to you to decide what movements you can do. Great. Good. So make sure you do a nice movement outside. Good. And do it as quick as possible if you can. Brilliant. Good. Keep going. Good. Good. You've got a couple seconds left. Brilliant. This is a rest period, so you can have a drink or something like that. And we're going to go into the next 3 exercises. So the first exercise we're going to do is a standing here. Again, this is a different one. I don't think so. I think we might have done this once. So lift your leg up and then swap again. Okay? So just touch a chair or a stool in front of you. So I'm going to start the timer. So what you do is you have a chair or a small stool or a small step in front of you. Or another thing you can do is you can go around. If you live in a house, you can go around your stairs and do it around the first step of your stairs, okay? You can hold on to the banister if you want to for this one, and just do is touching the first step with your ball of the foot and then bring it back, okay? So we're just trying to take some weight from one leg to other leg whilst lifting one leg up. And it's a really nice exercise for your balance. If you don't want to hold anything, you don't have to hold anything. You can just do without it to challenge your balance further. Great. We're going to do this for another 10 seconds. And after this comes the lunges. Okay? Good. So, the next... Oops, sorry. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is doing some side lunges. So you stand here, you take a side step, bend your knee which is going outside, then this leg, and bend your knee which is going outside, okay? So I probably need a little bit more room. Make sure you have got enough room, not like me cluttered. just that I want to fit everything in the small screen. So just bend your knee, good, and bend this knee, great. So go out, bend, and go out, bend, okay? Lovely. Make sure your posture is right, you're not leaning anywhere, okay? Just nice and upright posture, and back again, great. Brilliant. If you feel like you're managing this okay, you want a little bit more challenge, you can hold your hands, and what you do is as you go out, lift your hands up, great. If you want, you can even hold weights in your hand, okay? And as you go out, you can go up and back, okay? So again, it really depends on what your ability is like. We can make the exercises harder for you or more simpler for you, okay? Great. So I'm just going to pause it. The next exercise, again, is the last one in this circuit. We're going to do a combination of, so you have your hands here, depending on, again, your arm range. We go forward, up, and then you go forward, okay? So if you don't have enough grip, you can go up or you can go forward, okay? So we're going to do a combination of that. So 1 and then 1. 1 and then 1. Great. So let's do that. I'm going to show you from the side as well so you can see. So forward and up. Push forward and up. Really good for that triceps because you need to get that elbow extended. Again, another thing is if you can't hold on to a weight, you can always use your good hand to support your affected arm. Go forward and go up, okay? Good. So go forward and then go up. And do as much movement as you can. Getting that elbow stretch out is really good exercise in itself as well. If you have stiff arm, good. Now after this, we're going to do the 2-minute circuit again of the cardio exercises. Great. And stop there. Have a break. We've got 10-second break, so you can have a drink of water or have like a squash or something like that to hydrate yourself. Great. So again, we're going to start with some quick feet. Good. Or again, you can do some marching on the spot, but quick ones. Good. As quick as you can. Lovely. Keep going. Brilliant. Great. Keep going. So we've got one more circuit left after this. I know you guys are doing really well. If you are continuing without any rest, that's brilliant. But if you are needing rest, that's fine as well. But make sure that in the coming weeks, you build up your tolerance by reducing that rest, okay? Great. And that's why doing these cardio exercises improves your endurance. So it'll be good for you. Brilliant. Great. Okay, now back to punching again. So again, as I said, you can do punching forward and back, or you can do punching sideways, or this time you can do punching upwards. Okay? Good. If you don't have enough range, you can always do this, or you can do that, or you can go sideways. Get that shoulder moving, okay? If you feel your shoulder is heavy and it's floppy and heavy, you can always hold around here and then just do some side movements like that, okay? So again, depends on what your ability is. You might be really good with walking, but the arm might be quite weak. But please do let us know if you are having problems with any of the exercise. We can always modify it for you, or I can talk about it in the next class, how to manage that, okay? Brilliant. So keep going, we've got 4 seconds, and we've got last circuit left. Brilliant. So, have a drink if you want to. The next exercise we're going to do is, you're going to lift your hands up, hold here, step back, press up, forward, forward, lift your hands up, okay? So you can hold your hands, lift up, hold, step back, do a nice press up, forward, forward, and lift up. Now my chair is moving, okay, but my balance is okay, so I can manage it. But if that happens with you, make sure your chair is against the wall. And when you do your press up, make sure you move your bottom forward. Okay, so see my bottom is coming forward. So sometimes some people can do is this. Make sure you're not doing that, okay? So you are doing this, bringing it forward. Lift your hands up, step back, forward. Good. Step forward, up again, down, back. Great. Forward, up. Brilliant. Great. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is stepping over a stick, okay? So you're here and you just do stepping sideways, okay? Very simple one. So keep stepping sideways, and we're going to do this again for a minute. Good. Brilliant. Now we have been doing some side stepping also quite a fair bit. If you feel your balance is good, you don't have any hips or knee replacements done, and you find this very simple exercise, you can always do some side jumping, okay? But if you do this, please make sure you are safe and you're confident to do this, okay? Great. So either you can do side jumping over the stick, okay? Or you can do some stepping. Brilliant. Now, if you can do side jumping, that's really advanced levels. You might want to look into the level 5 exercises as well. Good. Brilliant. Fantastic. Okay. The last exercise, before you do the cardio circuit, is doing some sit to stand. So this one, you sit on a chair, have your one leg in front of you, and then just stand up, okay? So I'm going to start again. Good. So have one leg in front of you, lovely, and sit down. Then we swap legs and stand up, okay? If you want, you can hold your hands, lift it up, down, depending on how your balance is, okay? If you feel, you can always hold on to there, and then stand up and down. Swap your legs, stand up and down. Do it at all these exercises. Make sure you do it at your own pace, okay? I'm doing it my pace, and I expect you also to do it on your own pace. You don't have to rush into them. Even if you manage to do a few, that's still okay, but make sure you gradually increase that as the time goes. Brilliant. And when you stand up, really think about your bottom muscles, really feel them, work on them. Great. Good. Swap legs, stand up and down. Fantastic. So we are near the end. We're going to do the last quick feet and punching circuit, but I'm a bit conscious of the time, so we're just going to move into the cool down, okay? Because I want to show you a few stretches for your calves. So what we're going to do is you sit in a chair for these stretches, and first thing is you keep your one knee bent, your one leg forward, your knees straight, you're sitting on the edge of the chair, and what you do is you hold your hands and just lean forwards, trying to touch your toes. And the moment you do this, you'll feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings, in your also a little bit in your calves. But if you want to work on your calves more, then what you can do is you can take a belt or a band, something like that, or if you've got like a grabber, so the end bit of it, there's a loop, you can just hook that loop here with your good hand and just pull your toes up to you, okay? That will give you a nice stretch around there. Now I can touch my toes, but you might not be able to do that. So the belts, or a, you can even use a scarf or something like that, or a stole, just something, or a towel, a thin towel, okay? Hold it, pull it up, and just stretch those calves and hamstrings, and bring it back. You can do the same on your other leg as well, because remember, if this is your affected leg and this is your good leg, you need to stretch out your good leg, because for some of you might be taking more weight on that leg, so that leg might be becoming a little bit stiff as well. So good stretches are really helpful, keeps those muscles flexible, okay? So trying to again touch that and bring it back, okay? Lovely. What we're going to do is we're going to try and bring this knee into your chest. So either you can use the both hands, or you can use the elbow of the good hand, hold it in like that. Great. Hold it for a few seconds. So good stretch is if you hold it for at least more than 20 to 30 seconds, and bring it down, okay? So you can do it in your own time as well, and just hold it for that long. Great. And gently bring it down, okay? Now, we're going to do another stretch, is step out and stretch that leg out. Good. If this is your good hand, you can always push it away. Great. And if this is your good, then you can press it away, so push it away as well. Great. Hold it for a few seconds. Great. And fantastic. Lovely. Okay, now we'll do another stretch in standing. So what you do is you keep your one leg forward. So this could be your affected leg, okay? Step forward. If you can lift your toes up, that's great. If you can't, don't worry about it. Keep the back knee straight. Now I'm going to bend the back knee, okay? And do this. Now again, if your balance is good, okay, you can again take that loop, a little loop around it, or you can, if someone can help you, they can put something around there, like a towel or a belt, and you can hold the end and just pull it up. Or you can hold on to somewhere with your hand. Just pull it up as much as you can. If you can't pull it up, don't worry. Just bend down. You're still getting a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Okay. Another thing you can do is if you have a small step, you can put your foot on the step, or you might have a book, a thick book. You can put it down, put your foot on it, and just bend your knee, and that way you might get a little bit more stretch. So if you can't, if you have got a foot drop, then this might be a good way for you to do this. And just with your good hand, lean down, bend down. Brilliant. And when you do this, make sure you arch your back, okay? You don't curl your back. So that's something important to look at. Well done, everyone. I think you've done really well today. Good class. You worked out really hard, especially in this weather. And please make sure you give us feedback or comments. And also remember the challenge, which is you post a photograph of you doing exercise or a small video. We would really appreciate to see you and see how you do these exercises, okay? So enjoy, everyone, the rest of the day, and I'll see you next week. Till then, goodbye.